Okay, good morning. We're going to talk about, I'm Louis from Proven Plumbing. We're going to talk about slab leaks today. We are a plumber in the Austin area, so if you're in the Austin area and you think that you have a slab leak or you've heard you have a slab leak, this might be a good tutorial just to help you understand what's going on. Um, Essentially, a slab leak is a leak on the potable plumbing. That's the pressurized water lines that are in your house that carry the fresh water to your home. Those lines run inside the slab, inside the concrete, not in the dirt below it. And typically, they will run in the slab and then come up to manifolds, which I'll describe in a minute, and then run back down in. They can't put the most important driver of this is you can't. We plumbers can't put fittings in the slab. So if we put fittings in the slab, that's a code violation. So we can't do that. So we have to bring that pipe up above the slab level, put our T's in there, and make all our fittings go there, and then we can split that line and go to multiple different fixtures in the house. Um, One important thing to remember is that there's a hot network and a cold network of pipes that run through your house, and either of those can be leaking if you have a slab leak. So I'm going to transition to our piece of paper here, and we'll draw this out a little bit so you can hopefully understand it. Basically, I'm going to start with a side view here on this page, and we're just going to look at what a slab looks like in a very simple house. Okay, so let's say we have a toilet here um, with its little tank, and it has a cold water line that comes through the slab. It goes up to a manifold, and let's say it hits a hose bib. This manifold also goes back down through the slab and delivers cold water to the toilet there. What can happen is this is the most simple manifold. This is just one pipe, and this is the most simple house because this is just one fixture. What can happen is that this pipe that sits in the slab, which is typically on most slab leak houses copper, this pipe can be exposed to either a rock where it gets worn, or it can be exposed to, it's supposed to be sleeved, but it can hit rebar or something like that, and that can get damaged over time. And 20 years later, you can have some electrolysis and it can start to develop a pinhole leak here. They can be really small leaks and they're hard to detect. But basically, what will happen is there's a channel around this pipe with a little bit of air in it, and what will happen is whichever side it's closest to, this will leak and create, and then it'll push water out and it'll start to come up through the wall by the manifold. So you'll have a wall here. This will be a 2x4 or 2x6 wall there that has these pipes inside of it. And you'll notice water weeping out onto the floor here. Sometimes you notice there's a crack here that caused this leak or uh, was close to it. And water will weep up through there, and you'll have a wet spot in the middle of the floor on a carpet or something like that. That's essentially what's going on when you have a slab leak. So your symptoms are random wet spots on the slab and wet spot in the carpet that isn't because somebody spilled water or anything like that, but is because that you have a slab leak. Ways that we can test that: we can see if your meter is spinning even though everything should be off. We can turn the water heater off that isolates the hot side of the lines to determine whether the meter stops spinning then. And then we can cut these walls open. We can cut these walls open here, cut these lines, and then pressure test this line to see if you have a slab leak. So that's a quick little introduction to a very simple house on in a slab leak and what that does for you. We Proven Plumbing would love to help you out if you do have it, or just talk to you on the phone. It's 512-549-1884. Thanks very much.